We now welcome in Dani Wexelman and John Jastremski for Table Talk, and we'll get to Canha's performance in just a second. But let's start with the starters. Carlos Carrasco goes 6 innings, allows just 1 earned run after pitching into the 7th in his last start against the Cubs. So, Dani, how confident are you that Carrasco and the rotation as a whole are now hitting their stride?
You got to feel pretty good from what you've seen, right? I feel confident in what he's doing. I know there's been some issues, and, man, there's been issues all up and down the staff. But you get this guy back, and the last 2 outings that he's had, 6 or more innings, only gave up 2 runs. I know that the home run has been an issue. The walks are coming down a little bit too, which you like to see. I'm feeling really good, and I'll say this too, is when you get to the summer, this dude gets even better. So right now, you're just hoping to get him back and get that consistency. But the summer, career-wise, these are some of his best times. So you're hoping he's going to be able to carry that because they need it. They need some stability. And so for him to feel confident, to have that consistency, that's going to be huge for the Mets moving forward.
Major step in the right direction for Carlos Carrasco. We're now talking about 2 really good starts in a row, and this is a guy who's now finally performing basically to the back of the baseball card. And look, I think his days of being a top flight starting pitcher like you saw in Cleveland in 2017, 2018, I think those days are over for Cookie. But what he's shown now is that he can stabilize things for the Mets in the back half of that rotation. And all of a sudden you look, Eamon, you see Scherzer getting back on track. Senga, brilliant at home. He's got to figure out what's going on the road. Carrasco, really good the last 2 times out. And, of course, Justin Verlander's got to overcome what happened at Coors Field, but it's Coors Field, so I'll give him a bit of a mulligan. The Mets will start playing much better baseball when you see the starters consistently going deep into ball games. And sure enough, you look at the last couple of games, that is exactly what you've seen. The
Mets starters have gone at least 6 innings in 8 times in their last 13 starts. And Carrasco specifically, he's lowered his ERA from 8.68 on May 19th to 5.74 in his last 2 starts. All right, Mark Canha, the offensive hero in this one with all 4 runs batted in. He now has 7 hits in his last 7 games. So, JJ, how important is he in this lineup to reach its full potential?
Look, I think anybody at the bottom of the order who can go and contribute is going to help the New York Mets. But for Mark Canha, I think it's more about the idea of playing well so he can remain in the lineup. That's the bottom line. I know Mark Canha was a fixture and had a lot of big hits for the New York Mets last year. And days like you saw against the Philadelphia Phillies here tonight remind you of what he can be when he's humming. He's a guy who's going to grind out at bats. He's going to work the pitcher. He's going to be the perfect complement to have to the guys at the top of the order. But Dani, he has to play at a much higher level to remain in this lineup because there's no given that he will be a part of the Met lineup if he's not hitting. That's the way I look at it. Like, I look at his contract. He does not have that year coming to him next year, following year, whatever. So if they're looking for a spark, that's a position they can look for a spark. So you want to stay in the lineup, you better keep hitting.
Yeah, I agree. I think the other thing, too, is that this should spark everybody else in that lineup, right? We can't rely on Mark Canha to produce like this for the rest of the season. But what I do think is important for him right now is to keep this up and to kind of feed off of what he's doing, right? I think that these numbers are good. What you're doing against a really good pitcher, too, facing the Phillies, who are a very good ball club. This is huge for him, but you just want to see the rest of the team feed off this momentum. And listen, when it comes to the postseason, when it comes to later in the season, you need everybody to contribute. It can't just be one guy every single night. You got to get guys who are putting it together more and more. So this is just the start. I hope this is part of a good kind of landslide that he's going to start writing down.